Hello and welcome back to the finals of the 4PL tournament. We have Team Impact versus Bonjwas because, well, they defaulted to the final because Fnatic couldn't make it. Or something. Anyway, I am... Wait your turn, damn it! I am joined by the interrupting Spuddington.
I am not interrupting. I am simply speaking and you are speaking at the same time. There is no reason any normal human being could not pass two people speaking at exactly the same time.
Yes. Anywho.
I agree. Sorry, okay, yeah, what?
What? Yeah. The first two bands will be FaZe and Irelia. Urgot and then Ari. Those are in fact 4 bands. I'm good at counting.
That was pretty quick actually on the bands there. But yeah, Fizz is kind of very slippery, difficult to pin down. Urgot, bot lane bully. Very hard to deal with, can swap in people, has actually a pretty decent late game. Irelia, amazing late game bruiser, very hard to shut down. Ari, highly mobile, high damage, assassin, AP, Shen, global presence, very good split pusher. I'm going to keep going by the way.
Yeah.
Lee Sin, very strong ganking jungler, possibly a very strong top laner too.
Snappy. Okay, so the first pick will be Zyra. Okay, and we've said this before, great control, great damage in the early game, and it's possibly why she's receiving nerfs.
Yeah, she is pretty much guaranteed to be nerfed at some point, apparently, according to Morello. And she, just is seeing a hell of a lot of banning as well. I don't think I've seen her played today because she's been banned too often.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah. The next pick will be Soraka and then Anivia. They were great on the control, and then, well, Soraka great for the global presence, I suppose. And, no, they're going to swap up. So, Anivia is definitely there, and actually going with the Alistair. So, yeah, great in the jungle, great as a support. And that's pretty much it, yeah. Waiting for the next
progressive ganks, yeah. And Anivia seems to be quite a common pick against Zyra. I'm not really sure exactly why. But they seem to be kind of the same type of champion. Like they both aim to have like control over their lane, not roaming too much, and strong pushers, strong kind of teamfight control. Like they will wall stuff off, like Anivia walls stuff off. Zyra controls where the enemies can move by virtue of her plants and her root and AoE knockup. So it's just a matter of keeping your enemies where you want them, basically.
Yeah, definitely. So Suchi potentially locking in the Ezreal. Low Graves, last minute, fantastic. And Lumi and Cottonex for the next couple picks. So yeah, that will be the Shyvana. Again, great for the control. And looking for a very controlling game, it looks like. Once again, going for the very strong aggression, in which they will have strong lanes, and then Shyvana will basically counter jungle to her heart's content. And yeah, so basically it's whether Fnatic are probably going to see that. Like an early Shyvana pick is good and bad in several ways. Like it shows that you're going to be aggressive, but at the same time it can kind of be stopped by, well, an equally strong jungler which has not yet been picked. It could potentially be Alistair, but they could swap that one up. So basically they have to think about it, and that's probably why they're taking so long in actually picking their characters right now. So Nunu potentially, and still nothing from Lumi. They're thinking basically how can we stop ourselves from being walked all over by that Shyvana, and then potentially, well, strong lanes. Maybe we can outpick them, maybe we can take something that will stop them, or stop the lanes from completely just not needing ganks. And okay, Ezreal and Nunu.
Yeah, that's a very strong lane. Nunu will obviously allow Ezreal to land pretty much as many Mystic Shots when it comes to a trade-off as he wants. Just really strong presence, very good trade-off when it comes to fighting their opposite number. And you're not picking Teemo, don't lie to me.
It could be Alistair's pull though, yeah, it's always possible. And then Nunu in the jungle.
Possible. Yeah.
Or Nunu top and then Alistair support and then some entirely different jungle.
Yeah, like that Fnatic 4 support composition.
Yep. That was pretty good. And Agent Provocateur just glitching in the warp. What are you expecting right now from him? Bonjwas.
Tarek, maybe? Yeah, Tarek does seem like a very tempting choice, potentially against a Nunu lane. Yeah.
Leona.
Oh, no, Leona.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, that will be locked in. Interesting. Haven't really seen Leona too much, but she is definitely very strong. She's extremely aggressive support. So looking potentially to get kills, and of course that goes along with what the competent lanes that they're looking for. So Shyvana can do what she likes, but really having to bother too much about the ganking aspect early on into the game. And then Pose will be taking that Yorick as well.
Yeah, Yorick is just that lane that you can't beat him in a lane. You can hope to outscale him later on, but oh really, Nasus? Nasus actually is sort of a counter to Yorick. Like, I wouldn't expect that they'll actually pick him, they're probably just trolling, but Nasus is renowned for being able to lifesteal off of the ghouls that Yorick uses for his harass. And as a result of that, he's actually able to keep a little bit of health. But yeah, Renekton would be a more common pick. Then again, I don't know how Renekton does against him. Seems like the sort of thing where Yorick would probably just sustain through Renekton's damage, but...
It's possible. Like he could just exert so much pressure that Yorick really can't do anything, I guess. But generally against Yorick, you're trying to survive, not really beat him unless you have heavy ganks. I guess you've got Alistair, so yeah, potentially looking to shut this guy down. But yeah, are you interested in seeing anyone's rune pages and masteries, of course?
Right now, I'd say probably Zyra's actually.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
If
Okay,
not, possibly, yeah.
runes. It's called AP. He's got 8.5 magic penetration, 3.7 mana regen per 5, 15 magic resistance, 15 ability power. Moving on to masteries, 2109. Okay, pretty standard. Going down to Havoc, going with the mental force. Nothing in brute force. Nothing in Summoner's Wrath either. Very interesting. And then going down to Runic Affinity. So I'm looking to increase anything in the Ignite, which he has, of course, run. Yeah. Okay. So. We have time for another one, if you want to name them the
Check
character.
Leona, I'd say. If
Yeah.
else. Yeah, because Leona's usually wants to be aggressive, but I can't.
He was, which is health plus 78, and magic resistance plus 12, and then armor plus 21, which makes a lot of sense considering, well, you're in lane against an AD carry. Interesting not going for any sort of Copper fight, but there we go. Going for, 0219, actually going for the Mercenary, plus 24 gold and champion kills and assists. Interesting. Also going obviously for the Greed,
Yeah.
but more tanky than anything, not actually going straight down to the wealth, of course, so we won't have the typical fairy charm forwards in the pot, but yeah, interesting. Either way, guys, we will be going to a quick commercial break before we jump into the finals, which will be a best of one between, oh, that's really dodgy, Impact versus Bonjwas. See you in a bit. Hello and welcome back, guys, and it is the finals. Of course, I am back once again with the miraculous Spuddington, who is apparently the first Russian satellite into space.
Apparently. I don't know where this came from, and I'm not sure I like it.
Yeah, of course we did Google it afterwards, and we did find that Spuddington was not the first object into space. So that was a bit unfortunate, because I would have asked you what's it like up there, but of course we're not going to have that now.
I just don't want James Bond coming around.
Yeah, of course. It's always a predicament with Spuddington's daily life. But we do have Impact looking for an invade here. Nunu is around the corner as well, and Cotton X kind of walking around to maybe invade this blue. Trying to take this off Shyvana, in fact. Being the aggressors, which they do have the Alistair, which is interesting because you're looking really for Shyvana to be the aggressor as the strong counter jungler she is, but they have a strong level 1 fight looking at it. Just doing straight up burst, just like Flash Frost, all of the CC, and just straight up damage. And
thing is, though, trying to steal a blue buff from Shyvana just isn't really going to do you much good. Because all she has to do is go and steal yours immediately afterwards. And while that's kind of a predictable move, it doesn't matter because she's a really strong duelist and can, unless you hugely commit to stopping her from taking your blue, then you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, hugely predictable, but impossible to stop at the same time. You know it's going to happen, you just can't stop it from happening. Yeah. So, okay, they will be going for this blue, which is interesting, I guess. It's not really going to slow her down, as you said. Either way, we'll be going for maybe they're looking to donate this to Anivia and then quickly duck back into their blue. And I guess, okay.
No,
so yeah,
he's going for Alistair.
Blue.
He's actually just leaving the little ones there.
Fair enough, I guess. So, yeah, Shyvana will be picking up that red. Okay. Will she go to the enemy blue or go for the gank? I'm expecting the enemy blue. Alistair going for the level 2 gank at top, and honestly it's very predictable. York, very scared of it, expecting it to happen, and Cotton X, yeah, he realizes and he's going to go ahead and back off. Zora Zero will most likely go back to farming as usual very, very soon, and Shyvana is going for that red, that blue rather, as expected.
Yeah, as we expected. It's just the obvious thing to do. You see the enemy at your blue, go take theirs. And Leona had already taken the opportunity to ward it, so they knew that they hadn't gone back for it. So yeah, it was a very safe thing to do, and nothing you could do. So yeah, she's just going to go carry on farming, I expect, and Alistair will be looking for ganking opportunities whenever possible, like right now on Zyra by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, Invade made a bit of sense in the fact that he'd get his blue and then he can start ganking top. And then, well, that's what he was trying to do, like that's good ganking opportunity, but meanwhile mid, Cotnex going in for that nice flash out, the pulverize, Q goes down, just a bit of damage in return. And meanwhile bottom, just a bit of harass going down. Already you can see the dominance of, it's not Fnatic Feliox, it is in fact Impact. You can see the dominance that they are already exerting onto that lane, but all it takes is Leona to initiate when she gets to level 3. Meanwhile in mid, both junglers really bring up for something to happen. Cotnex going in for the flash, WQ combo, amazing coming in from the side as well. Pose will definitely probably die from that ignite. First blood goes down, misses the passive. Tabs now turned into the egg form. Cotnex now trading off of him, knocked into the turret as well. Does she have enough damage to finish one off? Answer is a no, and Tabs will be out of it along with Cotnex.
Hello, double buff Anivia.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, that's not something you want to be doing as a jungler there. Like, he just misestimated his damage output and couldn't kill Anivia fast enough, and Alistair headbutted him into tower, so yeah. Left on low health when you've got an Anivia with the stun coming up, and yeah, that he just melted incredibly quickly as soon as Anivia appeared. Didn't even get to move again. And yeah, the Agile Provocateur and Sushi are probably about now going to be getting into their period of strength, because Buckshot is starting to get to serious damage, and Leona has her full combo, which is really important to her, the way she plays.
Zenithally goes down onto Lumi, and he's just going to walk out of there, it's fine. Interesting, Graves did not follow up on the one. It was quite a good engagement. What a top. Zoro Zero is exerting the pressure onto Youngbook, which was to kind of be expected. Youngbook was putting out some damage onto Zoro Zero, but after a certain amount of time, Yorick becomes Yorick and will eventually eat you in the face. Alistair potentially looking for a gank with the red buff. He has juked into the brush, however, he's now got vision. Ignite goes down. This is probably a dead Yorick. Trading off against Youngbuck to try and get something done. Ignite has gone down. Cold Meek, will it be up in time? Yes, it will. Will be enough to save him with 9 HP. Ooh, that was 8. Okay, 8 HP. That is dodgy.
Well,
5 stays in Nivea. Different estimates coming from all over the board.
You're actually dead. Oh, you're Yorick. Wait, what? No, wait, that's Renekton. Damn it. But, yeah. And, I'm noticing that this Leona Graves isn't working out very well right now. Like, the problem with Leona Graves is that they really want to engage, and the fact is they've gotten low on health and can't really afford to do so. If they engaged at the health they're currently in, they would just both die. They would lose the trade-off because they started off on lower health. So even though they probably have more damage at this stage, they are being forced out of the lane.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they'd just get completely gipped. There wouldn't be a fight, it would just be them initiating and then dying, which is exactly not what they want. 0-0 is right now on 29 CS to 24, so Youngbuck isn't incredibly behind, plus the fact he got the assist, so he's probably slightly ahead on the experience bar as well. But, well, Yorick will just carry on with those ghouls. I guess Renekton makes sense as a pick, because Cold Meek will increase its regen of health because there's more targets, and yeah, I guess that makes sense in a trade. However, Nivea coming up, looking for the gank potentially where it has been warded, so Tabs is going to go ahead and fly back mid. And I don't know what kind of logic that made, having a bird extremely slow. Lumi has actually been initiated by Aljon the Provocateur, following after with Sushi. Meanwhile, Felix coming in from the side along with Kotnex. And Amazing coming in from the south as well. Lumi's got to be careful. One good Zenith Blade actually locks straight onto Feliox. Amazing has been blocked by the cow. It's got like unit blocks basically. That was the heads and tails of it, and they will be backing off. That was a nice ward there. Amazing. That was an amazing ward. And I'm not sure what you were aiming for there. I guess warding the bush, but that was way off. That was nowhere near the bush.
Yeah. Possibly smart casting the items there, but regardless, that went.
Possibly thought he was Lee Sin. You're getting sliced up by Youngbuck, which is an apt term considering he's Renekton, but I don't know, he's kind of getting out-sustained, which is interesting. That early kill really did set him behind.
Yeah. It's, Renekton is basically the definition
Kotnex
of a
looking for
lane
the dive as well. Immediately the ultimate goes down and the pulverize, looking to lose the aggro just for a second while Youngbuck finishes up. But Yorick, just incredibly difficult to dive as a character. Zyra coming in from the side as well. Thorn Spitter comes up. And found Youngbuck in the bush. Stronger Thorns goes down, does not attack Youngbuck. Amazing coming in from the side. Will be tagged by the slow. And the Brute goes down as well. Navi Kotnex coming from the side, but yeah, he's not saving his ally on this occasion, and Amazing will be getting out of there with an easy kill. That dive did not go how they wanted it to. Meanwhile,
ulti.
But I believe it hit Zyra on the way up, which might have saved Amazing's life because it reduced it by 8% or so.
Yep, I think that was exactly what happened. You were probably rather irritated about that fact.
Yeah, it's like on multiple occasions be like, great, I hit 2 people, but on that occasion, yeah, reducing the damage could have been a pickup. Sad times for everyone.
If it helps, Anivia is now slightly ahead in her lane. In fact, she's about to go and pick up Lulov, which is going to make her a lot stronger.
It was all worth it in the end. It works out-ish, kind of, not really. So Kotnex will be just going ahead and recalling. Kind of an early Oracle, didn't even notice this. So, yeah, what's he got item-wise? He's got the Oracle, got the mobility boots. That's kind of a balls-deep, risky strategy then.
Yeah, that is all in.
10, yeah.
So all in.
Oh, initiation goes in by Jean Provocateur, and Lumi taking a lot of damage. Smoke screen goes down as well, which kind of just counter-initiates the fight, really, because you can't see you run away. That's essentially what you do, as you know you can win the trade, which Lumi really couldn't do in that situation.
These are the kinds of engagements that they want to be making, because now they're winning the trades. They are going in, it's fights on their terms, and Lumi and Phylox are taking a lot of damage, when they're taking comparatively little in return. It's just not what Lumi wants. They can do it, like I say, because they're on full health. Like, before, when they were on low, it wasn't even an option. But now that it is an option, it's actually really, really strong as an option. Because if Lumi stands and fights, he's going to end up dead.
Yeah, for sure. And meanwhile, top card next looking for the gank. Counter gank. Dragon's Descent goes down straight onto Youngblood. Ignite has gone down. Pop the ultimate as well. Is gaining health back with the increase as well on that flat. But yep, not enough to take him down. That was a great counter gank by Amazing right there. Yeah, go so far as to say it was an amazing counter gank.
You're
yeah,
terrible.
it's not my fault. It's just the fact he has that name.
It is pretty bad.
Yeah,
not the
true.
name. I wouldn't insult you the name. Why would I insult anyone's name?
Meanwhile,
Terrible.
Youngbuck initiating straight onto Zoro once again with Cottonex. However, I don't know if he will survive this one. Meanwhile, Yarkus is kiting away with his W, and great lifesteal with the health part on the E, basically, just keeping him alive. And Nivea coming out of nowhere as well. 3 versus 1, and Tabs coming out looking for the wall. There it is, counter gank once again by Amazing. Won't be enough this time. He will fall. Tabs now on a killing spree. Youngbuck chiming in for the assist as well. And they're now 1 and 4.
Yeah, and that Anivia right now is so scary. Right? She doesn't have much AP, but she has Anivia has some of the highest base values in the game for her abilities, and if she can keep her ulti on for any significant length of time, it is going to hurt. And when she goes back, what she's going to pick up, she's got a 1,500. By the time she next goes back, she's probably going to be able to pick up at least a needlessly large rod if she wants it. And that is going to make her so scary. So scary.
Oh yeah, I'm just watching Agent Provocateur, and it's basically, yeah, they want those engages, but they have a really nice counter-engage comp down there. You have Nunu with the Ice Ball, basically, so you have to either fight there and then, but then you can't chase. Then you have the speed boost onto Lumi, and he's got the Arcane Shift, and he's got the Flash, even if he needs it. But just having the bases, just having those skills alone allows him just to get out of dodge very, very quickly. So it's kind of a nice setup, really, against that competition.
Yeah, honestly, it's really a matter of who starts the fight. Like, if Agent Provocateur is the one getting onto Ezreal at the start, they're going to come out on top. If it started off by Phylox throwing in an Ice Ball, they're going to come out behind, basically.
Yeah, definitely. And Zara coming down along with Cottonex. There goes the Zenith play, looking for the initiation out of nowhere. A cow. Agent Provocateur surely going to fall. Solfair goes down. Stranglethorns as well. Cottonex pops the ultimate Unbreakable. Felix popping out the ultimate as well. The Absolute Zero really not doing too much. Q will land. Deadly Broom. Deadly Broom. Picking that one up. It's a Deadly Broom. It's got spikes on it and everything. And Agent Provocateur will survive. That is dicey. Dicey to say the least. Youngbuck just feeling the power of the ghouls at the moment.
Yeah, it's very awkward to deal with. Very awkward to deal with. But, yeah, I'm very surprised that Agent Provocateur survived, actually. It was very... like, he was right in the thick of it. I guess because once they realized Zyra was coming in, they knew they had to switch targets at that point. It was too dangerous to remain focusing the
Yeah, and Youngbuck actually trading off with Zara. He's completely out of mana, flashes out of the slice and dice, or the dice portion of the slice and dice. Sounds like a cookery show, and they will be pushing that one back in. Oh
Dice
god, it's the
one.
last game, isn't it? Well, yeah, dice
Yeah.
1. It's the last game, puns everywhere.
Dice one crocodile. Or wait, dead guy. That long pig.
Apparently, crocodile just tastes a lot like chicken.
Apparently most meat tastes like chicken. It's just the ones that don't that are odd.
Yeah.
That's kind of some kind of default thing. I don't really know how that works.
No.
But anyway, yeah. So what I'm thinking here, team compositions. I think Youngbuck is not really having the best time of it. He's probably going to fall off later game, honestly. He's Renekton. He's not, you know, he doesn't scale that well. I mean, he remains somewhat of a damage threat and somewhat of a crowd control threat, but he's not huge. Yorick is honestly in a similar boat. He his damage late game is a pittance, but he at least has his ultimate, which he can apply to Graves and keep him alive and keep him doing all his damage, even if he gets focused down. But if both top laners are falling off,
Jean Pavoto going in for the initiation onto Nunu. Amazing once again for the counter gang. Cotnex going in for the gang. Nunu picking up the kill onto Leona this time. Absolutely Zero goes down and it will be chunking off. Amazing and Sushi. You really have to back off here. Lumi in for the auto attack. We'll pick that one up. Graves really know how to follow. Either did not have the bookshot cooldown or the collateral damage. And Cotnex still has the Oracle. Actually, no, that must be a new Oracle. Yeah, it's got to be a new Oracle. Damn.
Yeah, really aggressive. It looks like they're going to make a move on Dragon.
Yeah, they're going to go for it, and honestly they can. They do have that Oracle. It's a very, as you said, balls deep strategy because, well, it's an extra 400 gold down the drain if you don't get it, but it makes a lot of sense when you're looking to be so aggressive with this team comp. And it makes sense because you have the aggression from Shyvana, and once again it looks like Zoro Zero are going to initiate on each other along with Youngbuck, but plus to pop the ultimate as well. Kind of unnecessary, and looking to pop out the bush once again and go for the trade. Cold Meat goes down, but really no minions to speak of. Interesting. The last engage was good, but this time it's not because, well, he doesn't have the thing. You know, the thing. Yorick has mana this time. Yorick has mana this time, and he has less crude. Codnex coming out now, and once again the counter gank. The counter ganks.
Yeah, really good like presence. He's really predicting where Alistair is going to be. It's possibly by warding, but somewhat from game sense, I think. Like, he just knows how he wants to play as Alistair. He knows he wants to gank. He knows where the vulnerable lanes are. So he just positions himself so that he is in a position to react. And looks like...
Yeah, Jean Pavoto going to go onto Lumi. Meanwhile, mid-tab taking a lot of damage from the Stranglethorns, jumping back to bottom. Sushi taking a lot of damage. Lumi, will he pick this kill up? Jean Pavoto juking in an odd direction. Nice ultimate from Lumi, almost picking up the double. And we'll get the killing spree. 1-0 trade so far.
Yeah, right now Israel is looking very, very strong with the Bloodthirst to complete and a Zeal already. And I think 700 gold in store, pretty much. He is dangerous right now. Like, he is one of those
once
carries...
again, Codnex going in for the gank onto Zoro Zero. I like saying that name. And Caldemir going down along with the slice and dice, and that will be the easy pickup. Meanwhile, at bottom, Shyvana was at bottom farming until, well, her day was shattered and forced to drag his descent, so that will be now off cooldown. Or rather on cooldown.
That said, though, they did burn an exhaust to make her use it, so
yeah,
she's not going to be as concerned, because, especially considering...
Pose getting caught out of nowhere. Flash goes down, I believe. Ultimate, well, the passive goes down to Lumi. Just kind of scratching him more than anything. And yeah, we'll be out of there. Interesting, it looks like she flashed. How did she move? Odd. Might be natural, actually. Oh well. Amazing has been caught by the wall, and Tap's doing a lot of damage at this point in time as well. It honestly looks like Impact might have this one, purely based on the fact that they run with a strong early game comp, strong control, which isn't really paying off for them with that Shyvana jungle, and they're still losing early on.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think which one has the better late game here, and... honestly, I'd have to give it to the Shyvana. Like the turning point really is the Shyvana, like, as compared to... But again, I guess as compared, Alistair will remain strong.
And meanwhile, bottom Sushi going in for the trade with Lumi. Nice juke for the collateral damage. Jukes once again looking for the kill. Ignite will surely not finish him off, and that will be the rampage for Lumi. Wow, and meanwhile top Leona looking to move in on Youngbuck, who is trading off with Zoro Zero. Ultimate goes down by both players. Solar Flare completely misses. That was interesting. Lands the Zenith Blade into the stun. Shield of Daybreak. One more attack. There's their goal. There's their goal.
Yeah. Honestly, Zoro Zero was already winning that fight, and I don't know why Youngbuck was really trading off like that. But
Propose once again, looking at the four-man gang, Stranglethorns will catch Felix and Cotnex, but, well, the constant damage from Lumi is a bit too much. Lands the passive, but again, not too much going to happen. Dragon's Descent goes down, he's Provocateur, lands the Xenoblade, turns to Lumi. So Zora has been cut off by a beautiful wall by Anivia, dominating Lumi straight onto John Provocateur once again. Suji coming back into lane with the Bookshot. 3 people have died in quick succession, Young Book the only one falling on Team Impact.
yeah, right now they have so much more momentum going for them. It's they're dictating when the fights happen right now, and that's really not a situation. And if they have all.
Sushi has actually been caught as well in his own jungle. Godlike Lumi, GG goes down, and there's a surrender vote as well. Wow, 20 minutes and Zora 0 flashes over the wall. Bye. And yeah, that was the fastest game, and that being the final as well. GG.
Yeah, that was. Honestly, though, they were really. Odds were they were going to win. So strong at that point, and honestly, there might have been a light at the end of the tunnel, but it was going to take a very long time for them to do it, and they were just on the back foot constantly, just never quite able to keep up. But anyway, yeah, that was the final game.
Yeah, that was the final game of the qualifiers. If I can actually get on the game without bug splatting me, that would be fantastic. And yeah, that was the League of Legends 4PL Play for Fame Corsair Vengeance Cup for August qualifier number 1. And I believe the finals will be in a couple of days, maybe on the 7th, I think. But yeah, until then, any closing remarks, Billington?
Not really.
Fantastic, great analysis there.
Yep.
And great in-depth thoughts, and you know.
I'm a thinker. I'm a thinker. I'm a dreamer.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, there isn't much to say. It was just a matter of that Alistair taking early advantage with those very aggressive ganks, and the momentum just really picked up for Team Replica. I think it was
Impact.
Damn it.
Replica, you know, who we haven't even casted today. Fantastic. So yeah, once again, I will I will mention the qualification campus party in Berlin. If you go ahead and look at the public4pl.4players.de, on the front page is the qualification campus party in Berlin. That's number 1, and it's very easy to see. It's slap bang in the middle of the page. Not too difficult to notice. And yeah, until next time, guys, have a good one. This is myself, Pulse, and Spuddington signing off. See you later.